That's how I find them. Should reference. You gonna send an invite, fam?
Yeah,
I'm waiting on you,
I'm
man.
waiting on you, man. All right.
Babe, fill up some bags or
Let's
something.
do some bad and stuff.
Use this to shake
This
up the
to
butter.
shake up the buttons. All right. I can say, I wish they were singing my fucking, listen, man. Fucking lot of shit.
You said what?
You said what? I still got 8 hours left. I'm playing like, what's the name, bro?
Playing on what?
Playing on what? A trial.
Oh,
Oh,
you gotta get the game, man.
gotta get the game, man. Yeah, I sent out for a new bank card because I lost my motherfucking ain't came yet.
That's that bullshit.
That's bullshit. Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Alright.
This.
I was just
I gotta get my get
gotta
back.
get my get back.
Good old Ravens,
Good
huh?
old Ravens song. Yeah, man, they were doing me justice.
I'm
You
bringing
know,
Joy
black and
B.
purple. Joy B.
That echo
That
is
echo
crucial,
is
man.
crucial, man. Black and purple I got on though. So you ain't got the white helmets.
What you got on?
What you got on? Black and purple.
Black and purple. All right, I'm coming
Black
all the
purple,
way.
I come all the way. Hey, yeah.
I'm salty at Stream Labs,
All these
man.
straight labs, man.
I could pay these niggas money
Pay
every
these niggas
month.
money every
My
month.
shit ain't working,
My
man.
shit ain't working, man.
Like, all my Facebook
All my
notifications
Facebook
don't come
notifications
through.
don't come through. How much you gotta pay them out?
Just $19.
It's
Just the fact
$19.
that
Just
they
the fact
playing
that
on.
they playing on.
Damn, it wasn't
Damn, it
echoing this bad
wasn't
last
echoing this
time.
bad
It's
last
the
time.
NFL on
Yeah,
EA
I actually
Sports
still
as
have the
we're in the
TV on.
inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Today we've got a good
Crazy.
one on
Crazy
tap
out
here in
there.
the
That
AFC
might have to
North
do that.
as
That
the
shit, man.
Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. Oh, he is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Jackson will keep it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line of the game. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And now they will throw it with Burrow.
Got him.
His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal, getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards. And now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them? And do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. To return is Taylor. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that one coming downfield by Burrow.
Pressing the button again or
27 yards there, a first down.
What the fuck? I thought I had to do it.
I see you watching, Mark.
A handoff running left, Mixon. And through there to work it inside the 25. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Knock that
It's a
boy
pickup
head
of
off.
6.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress
I'm trying
downfield,
to, Mark.
hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
What?
My homie
Mixon
Mark
with a
talking
first
about
down
Detroit.
carry.
I got to
And
open
able
up
to
the
break
Facebook
one
app and see
tackle,
my
but then
shit, but it
quickly
should be
brought
popping
down.
up
But a nice little
in my
gain.
app right here on this
It'll be a
TV,
pickup
man.
of
It's
10
kinda upsetting.
yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Emailing these niggas.
We're scoreless after one. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. On the option left, it's Burrow.
How you right like that?
Into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Bengals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, we had the scoreless 1st quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the 2nd quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the 1st quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out.
Get his ass. Get his ass.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
I hear what you said.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he'll get it up here to 35, right at the 34 here. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 on the 1st down.
They hate
Teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man,
update.
watching an NFL game and trying to count for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
I'm sitting here telling that to Mark.
Meanwhile, Jackson's they'll wind up getting 7 on the play.
Playing my man.
It'll be 2nd down.
Freaky man, trash.
That back was saying about
Talking about freaky man. Straight across the field. I think that might have come out a counter too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
That is a good name for
him. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Freaky boy, $2,000 for a massage. He's freaky.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson.
His
throws Isaiah Likely. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and he picked up the 1st down.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
I should have ran where I should have kept it.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8.
Smack. Jackson. If I can catch that.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Quick slant complete to OBJ. And he will have a Ravens 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Get it.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
I'll be happy.
2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Start too early now. They just make you fall in front of the nigga.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On On third down, Jackson.
It's tackle.
Targeting Downs again, and he's got it again. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be fourth down.
This nigga hit them 63s, baby. He gonna hit that bitch from 60.
Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
That is smack.
Here we go. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Open man is Higgins. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on fourth down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals.
Oh, God.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
It's hard to know exactly where. Wow.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Now Jackson on second down.
Give me that. Let's go.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted.
What is that?
And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Can we get in the end zone?
Off the play fake, here's Burrow.
No!
Trying to get it to Chase,
We can.
but it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Wow. That's always fine. Thought he was going to put it over.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Crochet. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Right there.
Ah, fuck.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Here you go, Will.
And we welcome welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis operating on,
like
getting
this
set for
pass
quarter
down,
number
man.
3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding.
He's got a man complete. How about this? Now he's free to midfield. Jamar Chase, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
I saw that coming.
Jamar Chase,
Right
84 yards. And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Joey B. Takes him deep.
McPherson now for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
He ain't gonna quit. We can tell him Bill
Duvernay now going to bring it out.
Chicago ain't no nigga like that. He about to come down
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
He beat me 2 out of 3 the other night, man. That's why I need my kid back. Got through 9 picks.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I'm not playing with the Browns.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over-pursuing, and making a very nice play.
On second down, Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mike Andrews, the tight end. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
I'm diving.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he will have the Ravens first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the...
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. DJ Reader busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Oh, missed him.
Under pressure, they got him again. DJ Reader drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taylor now returning it. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, now you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
On second down, here's Burrow.
No.
Yeah.
And he's going to be intercepted
I just pressed the wrong button, man.
And his
I'm
guys are
sorry.
going to get the
Fuck about
football
that.
at the 23-yard line.
I can't believe I just did that shit. I just did that shit. I just done
After the interception, here's Jackson rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Finds his man over the middle, it's likely. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And they're running here down to the 6-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Here's Jackson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. It's Mixon on the counter. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I got to make a run to the start.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here we go. They go play action with Burrow. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was a good play, an incompletion that feels like a disappointment. The ball was tipped in the air, a chance for an interception, and you can just feel the home crowd coming together thinking, this is the big play we've been looking for. And when it falls to the ground, a little bit of disappointment, even though it was a good play.
That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
Come on, y'all. Let me press.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Nixon will try the right side.
What's that?
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Did they have to use timeout? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Buying time to his left.
Let's go! Let's go!
Yeah, he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A first down and
They
then
got
some.
my man Joey
Give him
B out here
29
throwing
yards.
dots. I can't get that off of Watson, man. That's crazy.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals will add to their fourth quarter lead. And McPherson on for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Get out of here.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Jackson to throw. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. And quickly they get to the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now Lamar changing the look. Being chased out left. Into space at the 45. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. From the gun, it's Jackson. That one into the hands of Beckham downfield. All the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham, 53 yards. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again.
That's a great linebacker right there. I subbed him out and he still got it.
So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game.
Man.
In the fourth quarter, defensively,
Come on,
they've got
man.
all
Hey,
3
I
timeouts
can't
in
be
their
sad
back
about
pocket.
that.
So the chess match
That's
really wraps
crazy.
up, doesn't it? Because in
Nigga,
these
what?
situations, what do? Do you run the ball and
Nigga,
keep it
what?
quick here?
That's
Or do you try to
Joey
carry
B.
them with another score?
Man,
How about
that
defensively?
shit was
Do you use your
bullshit.
timeout to realize opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run.
God
first
damn,
down.
it's 2 black jerseys around this nigga,
To the
man.
48.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to
That
him
was
after
Madden
he found the end
03
zone
right
on his
there.
last
That's
carry, and they kept the
transported
positive
into
momentum
that
going
nigga,
there.
man.
Another nice run by
Hey,
him.
that shit said Deadeye, man. Oh!
Another run on second down, trying to cover up. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake,
yeah,
for sure.
without a
That-
doubt.
that
Because
is
it's
not
something
fell
that
out of bounds.
put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you realize something to defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball an additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. That one looks like he'll throw here. He completes it to Roll. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say,
take it to the house.
as many times as you
Take it to the house.
At the goal line. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Ravens come up with a win turnover.
I'll be right back.
All right. The statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. But like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had to heave it and hope, but the Hail Mary ultimately intercepted, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, and you never want to be in a situation where your entire game comes down to throwing a jump ball as far as you can. But in that situation...
Oh, I think I'm going to run another one now. That wasn't even a ranked game. That's just me and Kyle going at it. I didn't play no game today. What's my number now? I lost. I was 15,005 when I went to bed. Now I'm 15,876. I got to get me some get back. I got to get back up in these ranks. So somebody got to give him a fade. But I'm liking Joey B though, man. I ain't even gonna lie, man. I'm gonna keep rolling with him. Same game, Ravens, huh? Let's do it. Let's do it.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Today we've got a good one on tap in the AFC North as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it.
Just caught it off his back. He's trying to flex on me, huh?
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
MMH. That's, I didn't even make my substitution. Oh, shit. We don't get caught black this first play.
Jackson looking to throw right away.
Fuck over here.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Ain't gonna be none of that.
Sam
Get
Hubbard
that idea out your head
in there
now,
to
buddy.
bury him for a loss of 11. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes is quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Jackson.
Are you kidding me?
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short And now it's 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
4th down, here's Jackson.
Give me that.
And looking for Andrews, but this is
Punt it next
intercepted.
time.
Picked off by Michael Thomas. He may
Punt
go.
it next time on
And he
4th
will
down,
bring
man.
it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick 6 to take the lead.
Partner, you'd have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force
Joey
that quick miscue, and I would say their plan worked to perfection.
Good job,
Extra
defense.
point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone.
Whoa.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6.
Let's go.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On 3rd down, Jackson dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Not much happening offensively here early on. That's 2 drives and 0 first downs. This defense, they've come to play, and they're the better of the 2 units here so far.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here.
Oh, my God.
And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven. 1st and 10 at the
Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That sun's going to be a factor all game long. I'm not sure it made a difference on that one, but it's something to think about on all deep throws during this time of year.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They go play action with Jackson. Steps away.
Come on, that's supposed to be a pick.
Bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's supposed to be mine.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on. And
These damn Jets, man.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Today we've got a compelling AFC matchup
Hey, let's
for
make
you.
a bet,
As
Big
it'll
Relly.
be the New York
I'll make you
Jets
follow my
taking
tweet.
on the Cincinnati
Ah.
Bengals.
That's pretty fair, right?
We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down.
Man, are you kidding me, man?
He completes
That's
that
not a
to
sack.
Garrett Wilson. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Before he goes ball or affect the pass at all. None
So
of
the
that
big
affects
play
that
gets him
pass.
across
Like,
midfield
you got
now
me
for
fucked
first
up.
and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
That's a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1 yard gain. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Now, coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense draws.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
You gotta pick
And
that.
it will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Oh, my God.
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Now he's free at the 35. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
Hell of a
And Brandon,
stop.
how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. This goes out wide for Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is Chase, complete. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals 1st down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. It's a gain of 35. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Burrow. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. The slot man in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Burrow looking to pass. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. It's T. Higgins with a touchdown pass from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On play action, now Rodgers. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. 27 yards there, a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now it's Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Rodgers to throw on second down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now Rodgers, escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Now a give running right, it's Cook. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Here we go. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They've got his man complete. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This will be from 49 yards out. McPherson's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
So still a little bit of time following the made field goal, but we are tied as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. A final shot before half for Rodgers. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. Inside the 20. Bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD. Well, turnabout is fair play, I guess. They had a pick 6 against them earlier, and now this defense, Charles, they get a pick 6 of their own.
And for a moment, let's just set aside how it impacts the scoreboard, because how about the response? One defense gets the pick 6, the other comes back and matches it. These are 2 defenses that are planning on winning the game for their teams themselves.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. 1 touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going, so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Here's Hardman to return. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. And now they're in the hurry-up. Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play. Rodgers off the bootleg. And he's got his big tight end here. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now at 17-13. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. On 3rd down, Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away.
Now Burrow loses the football. Scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Again, it's Cook. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Now Cook running right. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin from 10 yards out. And the Jets have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Nobody's nowhere near.
Well, late turnovers so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
Slow ass nigga, man.
So he doesn't take it the distance, all but 5 yards shy of the end zone.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Like that, man.
Here we go. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens. Interesting decision here, because I think you've got to kick it and tie this game. If it's the 2nd quarter, maybe then you go for it. But here in the 4th, you can't come away with nothing.
McPherson's kick is good. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
Now this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Finding Hardman here over the middle. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone, because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or playing the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st, and they are knocking on the door of field goal range now. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Rodgers. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Here's 2nd and a yard. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The noise is getting deafening. Here's 3rd down and 3. Back to throw, Rodgers. That's pulled in by Wilson. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later They're going to have to stop the clock.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Dalvin Cook, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Zerline good with a PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here we go. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Burrow. Pass complete to Higgins. Huge first down. Gotta hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
Here's Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete.
God.
Here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
And that's caught inside the 30. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10. To throw, Burrow. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. And this one is incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch it in that spot.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here we go. Now 1st and goal. 11 empty. Throwing, Burrow.
Let's go! Let's fucking go!
And now in the final seconds,
I don't know if I want to go for 2, though.
likely getting this thing to overtime.
I don't know, but they said go for 2.
So Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting it and by him going up and getting it.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. So now, after the clutch field goal, he's back out there to boot it away in what's now a tie ball game. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
He finds Wilson. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
And I don't even got a timeout to ice. That's bullshit, man.
So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. This from 51 yards for the win. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near.
All that came down to that one fucking turnover. That shit hurt right there, man. That shit hurt, man. Hello there. This feels dirty for me to have to do this, but I will kick the Browns' ass too. Just so we clear. What color you got on? I threw on the white. Anything but white. Change your WAP, man. Trying to wear my white out, man. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Today, we've got a good one on tap in the AFC North, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Jackson, first play, going to throw. That ball caught. It's Mike Andrews, the tight end, finding space at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, second down. Here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Play action. It's Jackson.
Turn around, nigga!
This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He completes it to Boyd. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it second down. Play action. It's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Burrow looking to pass. Steps away to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case,
it's caught inside the 25. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back back at the 25. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll drop this one down to Mixon, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough, and now 4th down. McPherson's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Chargers defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Fuck that one.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Jackson.
Give me that, motherfucker!
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Battle. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
I'm one.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and
Touchdown! Drew Sample from 3 yards out, and the Bengals have taken the lead.
you get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
To throw is Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I know all players are taught from drive to drive, from series to series, let that go, right? Only focus on the now. But when that ball was tipped in the air, there's no way they weren't thinking about the interception that was thrown on the previous drive. Could this turn into a second one? And if it did, that could really change the way this game is going.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On 2nd down, Burrow.
What are you doing?
And that is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Burrow. The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll fake the jet sweep and go play action with Burrow.
You motherfucker!
They're going to be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Burrow going for it on 4th. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. That's a tough blow there offensively. Had a decent drive going. You've got the lead, and now things completely flip on you.
Yeah, because they've been dominating on both sides of the ball. But after that mistake there, it's got to be tough for them to look up and realize we're trailing in this ball game. I thought we had complete control.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here we go. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. After the pick 6, here's Burrow again. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
How's the clock still
Second
running out
quarter
of
action
bounds,
with
man?
1:59 remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Into space at the 45 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Jackson on 1st down. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down, take the completion, keep moving.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. He will find his man Chase complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 1st down. Here's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
Where are you? Probably better
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came up with a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Forced out to his left. Now Burrow loses the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. Here we go, here we go. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And incomplete on the deep ball. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Just giving the game up, boy.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here we go. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happens, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 2. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson to throw.
Come on!
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bengals drive about to get going.
11, 11. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11, 11, 11.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here we go. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Coming up on 2nd and 7. From midfield now, Burrow. Buying time to his left. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 77 yards rushing here from Nixon. He's got a first down.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. Out to the left. He's got Sample there. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
A 7-yard pickup.
Play action. It's Burrow. Sliding out of the pocket. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range. Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
A lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A short throw caught by Andrews. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into it.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing is Jackson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. DJ Reader in there to drop him. It sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And here's Taylor on the return. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
A gain there of 21 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Burrow will throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 39. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Oh!
This pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust. And 5 yards on the ground. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. On the option right is Jackson. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That 2nd down play nets a -4. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
This will be returned from deep in the end zone.
They're on the 17-yard line.
I'm one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Goes right back to Smith again. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. From 21 yards away. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. there's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Ah, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before.
No picks this game. That's my goal. What you say? You're always hungry, man. I mean, you might as well eat food.
Big picks this game, baby.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as
Lot
we're
of
in the
picks.
inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Today, we've got a good one on tap in the AFC North, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Oh, what the fuck? What just happened? That was weird. That was weird. white on?
Yeah.
I was just making sure, man. But that should be hard as hell when you got the same color.
Yeah.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Today we've got a good one on tap in the AFC North as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Right to the air is Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. B.J. Hill breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. Here's Jackson. His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Battle. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
My nigga did the snake.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Pressure comes and down he goes. B.J. Hill, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Taylor now to return it. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. In motion right here, Boyd. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he's got his man. That's Smith. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1. Now it's Mixon running right. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 18 yards on that one. The Bengals are moving. First down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They go play action with Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go.
Mix it up the middle. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
On 1, right? 12.
Slot man moves right. And he'll get it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. And Burrow going to change the play. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And the Bengals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. Here's Burrow. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. On second and goal, 1 man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. And he is
off the line.
Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
McPherson on for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
We need something.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fast.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Daxton Hill.
Yeah, that was my screen was hella shaky, bro. God damn,
so they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Burrow looking to pass. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Might be over early, baby. I might be going to sleep.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. A handoff running left, Mixon.
Look at
And the
this shit.
stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 40 yards on the ground for him so far.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
This next drive,
Joe Mixon with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
My get back, man.
So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
fucking fly.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession.
Interference.
But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Play action. It's Jackson out to his left. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Jackson. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Jackson now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
To throw again is Jackson.
Be that.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Go to sleep.
Here we go. The Cincy offense
I gotta
about
go to
ready
work
to go
at 8.
here on their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Play action. It's Burrow. Open man.
Oh my, yeah, it's over, baby.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
It's over for me.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete.
Ooh,
and he
that
takes
boy
us
is
just a
putting him
few
in there.
yards shy of the red zone before going out.
On one, ready?
Touchdown on this play.
They will throw on first down with Burrow.
Oh, hold it!
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
3-3 on the books. Let me get out of here.
Is that it? Best out of 3. You did 2 best out of 3s.
Yeah.
Yep, 3 and 3, yep. All right, fam.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. Operating gun, set, and ready to rock
No, I do not.
for the 3rd quarter.
Got my get back. Jones, you next. 205, one of them done. Oh shit. You gotta be good playing with the damn Giants, man. I'm in for one, huh?
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the New York Giants.
Ain't got no mic on that PlayStation, buddy.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from MetLife Stadium. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going.
Partner, we always talk about how important third down is, but I think first down is equally important because everything comes off of that play. If the defense wins the down, they are able to attack. If the offense wins the down, they might go faster, do other things, and change things up. That big play right there allows this offense to really get in gear.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Could be some contact going on.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Jones keeps it himself, and he will have a Giants first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Rita.
Now Jones. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But if you're a fan of defense, especially this defense, you like what you're seeing here in the early going. Play with some great energy. Already have a sack, and on that one, came back and forced an incompletion. They're getting after him.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Back deep, Trent Taylor. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Burrow on 3rd down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Thibodeau. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw is a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
Throwing Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DJ Reader forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones, he'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Short throw to Smith. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. Inside handoff to Mixon. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. They go play action with Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Mixon will try the right side. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Here's Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Here we go. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Burrow will throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Here we go. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A first down carry for Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
I think what we just saw their partner was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Take it to him.
Fourth down, Jones and the offense stay put. They're going for this.
Other side, other side.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
This ain't what you thought it was, buddy.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Burrow's throw into the hands of Boyd. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Smith. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Burrow. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. McPherson's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get in the field goal range. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second and 2. Looking to throw. Jones. He sets to fire deep.
Oh!
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. This time they stay on the ground, and they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8, and they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it here. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He may go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 70 yards. And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. As he
Go quit.
right out of the pocket. You could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And he'll be out right at the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Detroit Johnson, Detroit Johnson. Bama, Bama, Bama.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 4. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 61 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Apple, apple. South salad, South salad, South salad, South salad. Rita, 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 Rita. Cockroach, cockroach, cockroach.
Jones on 1st down. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Sam Hubbard in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. Oh, ill-advised throw there, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
I'm one, ready?
1st down. Here's Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it.
I don't
If there's
understand
no
why
pressure,
people gotta
he's
come
going
in
to
here and
continue to
talk
pick
shit.
them apart
That's
because
cool,
he'll
I
have
got
all that
it,
time to
but
find someone open downfield. You can only cover
I
for
don't-
so long.
I don't understand, man. I don't understand why everybody's got to be so fucking
Remember when
mean.
Carolina did that against Denver?
Dude, I just started fucking playing this shit. Yeah, I know, man. And you're fat and you can't even breathe. So lay off the fucking processed food, bro. And you're gonna sit there and tell me how to play football. I got it. I understand. I understand you're a badass and you use a team that it's not even your favorite team. It's just the best team on the fucking game. So you're like what do they call them? A fair weather fan? That's what you are, man. That's what you are. Why don't you play with your favorite team, man? Play with your favorite team. Who is your favorite team? Do they suck? Is that why you don't play with them? Because I remember you specifically saying, damn, man, you must be good because you're playing with the Giants. Yeah, I remember you saying that. See, you're judging somebody. You're a racist motherfucker, you fat bitch.
How does that make me racist? What?
Because you just judge somebody. And you know what? Throwing racists around right now, I mean, everything's racist, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't everything racist? Like the beer I'm drinking is fucking racist. Get the fuck out of here, man.
From his end zone, here's Gary Brightwell.
No, I'm not that bad, man. I just don't. I don't understand the hate. I don't understand the hate on this game, man. It's like people just can't even play like regular. It's like somebody's gotta like down talk somebody and like say, man, you fucking suck.
The
And
Giants
blah, blah, blah,
offense
blah,
at
blah,
the line,
blah.
ready to
Fuck.
begin their next drive.
Yeah, you did.
And
You
really,
said,
Charles,
look at
not
what you're
much of a
doing, buddy. And then
surprise
you
that they're
ended up
losing.
throwing
They
a
just haven't been
pick.
able to get
You know,
much of
so just
anything
talking
going
shit
in
just
this
doesn't
game.
work too good.
As you well know, in today's
I know.
NFL,
You're a better
passing
player
game
than I
isn't
am. That's what I'm
working
saying,
either.
man.
Much
So
else
what the
is
fuck is the
working either.
sense in it?
Exactly right about that, partner.
I don't
And
get
know
it.
that right now, the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football.
Maybe I am. So what, man? Jesus Christ. Everybody's got to start somewhere, don't they?
They've got to find some type of a
Jesus,
play.
man.
Multiple plays.
Everybody
That
hates
puts the
on
ball in the
motherfucking
air,
new players.
allows
I
for
don't
them to
fucking
have some
get it.
success.
From the 24, Jones.
Yeah, whatever,
Big
man.
hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm not even worried about it. Like, I mean, I'll play most of the games all the way through, but everybody's got to like,
Yeah, another time on
you
his
suck.
backside, probably starting to get a little
Look, I
frustrated.
know I suck. I know I'm not that good. I don't want to sit there and listen to somebody say, all right, well, I don't want to sit there the whole game and listen to somebody say, man, you fucking suck, bro. I can't do it.
Jones now.
Yeah.
From
Well,
the
maybe
gun
I'm
on
judging
third
you.
down.
That's racist.
Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch.
No,
And he will
whatever,
have the
man.
Giants first down
It
as
seems
they're
like
able to
every
get the
black
third
player
down conversion.
is the one that talks shit. That's what I'm talking about.
What makes you think
Okay?
I'm black?
You understand? Well, you sound like you're black.
What does black
You sound like you're black. You sound like you're fat. You sound like you're overweight.
What does
You
black
sound like
sound
you eat
like?
too much fucking pasta. You can't even breathe, man.
Up the middle
What
with
does black
Barkley.
sound like, man? That's racist.
Sounds like you.
He'll be brought down
I'm
just
a-
shy
No,
of
it's
the
not.
40
I can tell the
49-yard
difference
line.
between a black person talking and a white person talking. That's not being racist. That's being observant.
Despite the score, despite the
not
deficit, no
black.
quitting
You
this
see what I'm
guy.
saying?
He's running
You see what I'm saying? How everything's
White man,
racist? Fucking racist motherfucker.
I pay my
Shut
taxes.
up, man.
Here's Jones.
So do I.
First down. And he takes a shot on the release.
What
As this
does
will be
taxes have to
incomplete.
do with anything?
We've seen this quite a few times in
I'm
this
an
game.
upstanding
Offensive
white
line unable to
Are you
keep
trying to
up,
say black
keep
people don't pay their
people away,
taxes?
facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate.
Damn, that's pretty
Fortunate to
racist,
stay
isn't it?
with
One of the reasons they're down is
Fucking
that
moron.
inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
That was racist, wasn't it? Did you hear what you just said? I pay my taxes.
So after the incompletion on first,
No,
now
I don't
second and
care.
10.
And no, your feelings are not hurt. Your feelings are far from fucking hurt, man.
No gain
And
on
I don't
the
even
Hornets
care if your
converting
feelings
on
were
third
hurt,
down.
okay?
Your feelings are
No, they're not. Dude.
hurt. You wouldn't be talking
I
like
promise
this if
you
it
they're
wasn't
not.
They weren't. Bad, man.
No. I'm asking because you seem, a little more laid back than most of the black people that I've played with.
A gift
So that's
to
why I was
Barkley out of
asking
the
you.
gun. And they'll get
Try to
the
get a
ball
logical
midfield,
answer
but
out of
nearly
it.
close to a first down.
Because
They
it's always
stopped
black
at the
people
48.
that are
They'll call it a
dickheads.
gain of 3, and it'll bring up
It
fourth
always
down.
is.
Not
Every
too many
fucking
offenses
time, man.
want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Okay. But are you black?
Oh, I'm not black.
They'll run for it with Barkley.
Yeah, okay, what are you?
There's some solid footwork there as
No, you're
they
not.
take this down to about the 38. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert.
Because I know you're
on
not.
fourth. I gotta tell you, I'm shocked. When I realized they were running the football at fourth in that distance, I thought that was a
No, you don't.
surefire throw.
I can hear it in your voice because I'm the exact same way. No one runs the football in this situation, right? You've got to throw it to have a chance unless you're them. Talk about supreme confidence bordering on arrogance, and they got it done, keeping the ball on the ground to pick up the first down. This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Detroit.
On second and 10, Jones. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. Let's face it, though. No surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
You might be sick like everybody else, man. I just got something too. I've been sneezing all day.
From the gun on third down, Jones. And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, and who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
On 2nd and goal, Jones to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From the 5, 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And he will push his
for
way
real,
forward.
who is your favorite team, man? Come on.
Line. Give
Browns.
him a
Beyond.
couple on the run there, and now they're in that
Browns, why don't you play with them? They're badass.
4th and
Oh,
goal.
man, they got
This
Deshaun
defense
Watson
continues
fucked
to
up.
be good.
Chubb-
on third
Chubb
down.
is a
I mean,
bad
they haven't
motherfucker,
allowed
man.
a touchdown
He is, but
offensively.
he
Are you
makes
saying,
throws
let's
with
go for
Deshaun,
this? Let's
man.
try to get
He
it
got
in the end
great
zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good.
I mean, you could
and they don't
easily
give up
put
the big
another
play that you
offensive
would expect, and downs
playbook
1
in
through
there.
3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack
I was gonna do
and a
that, but I decided not to.
turnover.
I was like, fuck it, man.
He
I'm
couldn't
gonna
get the
stick with
ball
my
away on
boys. I
4th
don't
and
give a
goal.
shit.
And
Fuck
the
it.
Bengals are going to get the football
Game's a break,
back.
so now I'm trying to get it to the top of 1,000.
Oh, I don't do none of that shit, man. See, that's what I'm saying. I play against people that spend money on this shit.
The Bengals
And
drive about to get going.
I don't, man.
Well, CD, this is the ideal situation.
And
for
those
the
are the
quarter.
same
You
ones
come
that
out
talk
here
shit,
laying
so
out
I'm
those
sorry if I
numbers
brought a
with
little bit of
comfortable
anger,
lead,
but
and put the
I'm
final
like,
nail in the coffin.
you know, whatever, man. Come on, man.
They've
You know what I'm
They've been
saying?
powerful. They've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
I didn't use the hard R, man. I mean, I love everybody, man, but it's always, I mean, I'm just an observant human, man, okay? And usually most people that are talking shit and are fucking mean are black. I'm just being observant, man. I'm not being racist, man.
I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield.
I try not to even talk. I didn't even turn my mic on until like, I don't know, I think he said something that kind of irritated me. Whatever. I ain't worried about it. I lose games all the time, man. I play, usually I play all the way through. You can get my ass kicked. I ain't worried about it. You'll see what my record is when you get done, I guess.
Now the Bengals going to signal
I think I got 3 wins.
Final timeout.
I suck, man.
It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
I don't have my formula or my play, a good playbook down yet, you know.
It's going to be knocked
I don't have
away.
any of that down. Like go-to plays, I got like 3 of them.
Here, Charles,
But
that lead certainly not dissuading
anyway.
them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight
Now, whatever.
incompletions have them looking at
I'm gonna play
3rd and
again
10.
and get my ass kicked again. I don't give a shit.
Now one final
Damn, I'll
throw
get one of
is
those interceptions.
incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it
3 o'clock. I think I'm about to call it. Damn, 3 and 20.